Hello, everyone. So, Twitch came out with some new rules and guidelines. Again, but before I talk about that, I want to talk more about my streaming schedule and what I'm going to end up doing. I am going to go back to Twitch. It's not because of what I'm going to talk about next. It's because it's a few things. If you missed the last video, Twitch made some new rules that made me just want to take a break from the platform for a while, and instead I've been on YouTube and Kick at the same time for about a week straight now. And viewership wise, it was between the two sites, it was about the same as what I got on Twitch. Just about, maybe just a tiny bit less. But financially, I wasn't really meeting the needs to do this full time. Some of that's myself not streaming as long as I could, doing part two. Some things it was more about me, but I have to keep Twitch in the mix. Okay, I just kind of have to, because I'm missing out on the Prime subs and the ad revenue and just where a majority of my viewers are. And honestly, and this is the big one, I feel very, very guilty about cutting off some of the really, really long subscriber streaks that I have. Some are now going 6.5 years. And even though Twitch is working head over heels to make their site the most unappealing imaginable, I do have this long history that I just can't really abandon. And it is kind of hurting me financially. I wasn't quite putting up the numbers on YouTube and Kick that I needed to fully support myself. I gotta keep Twitch in the mix. That doesn't mean I'm going back there only Twitch. When I'm live on Twitch, I can only be on Twitch, but I'm still going to keep YouTube and Kick in the mix for people who want to subscribe elsewhere or watch elsewhere, because I know YouTube viewers are very devoted to YouTube. So I want to keep you guys in the mix, obviously. This whole thing was kind of an experiment to see if I was able to do this, and over time I probably could. But if there's one thing this experience taught me, is that I do have a backup plan. I'm glad I was able to, learn how Restream works, get used to Kick chat and YouTube chat, acknowledging and working with two chats at the same time, getting it up on the screen so, it's not like I'm acknowledging someone that doesn't exist or something. I'm very glad that I got comfortable with it just in case something does happen. I have a backup plan, which is more than I can say for others. I took the time and got comfortable with acknowledging two chats and working on two sites at the same time and knowing how they work. So I'm glad I did that. If that's all I ever had, I can work with that. But not including Twitch in the mix when that's where I got my start and where I get a majority of my viewers and where I have all these insane subscriber streaks still going and where I personally feel most comfortable, I gotta include them back in the mix, okay? Now, I won't be strictly on Twitch. I'll basically do what I was doing before. Either 1 day a week or 2 days a week, I'll be on YouTube and Kick at the same time. But we're going to go back to Twitch being my site that I stream on a majority of the time, and it will be towards the beginning of the week. We'll be going back to that. Now, that decision has nothing to do with the news that Twitch put out today. I swear, this was going to be my decision even before that. You got to believe me on that, okay? Because, ooh, baby, here we go again. Okay, so, this morning, Twitch puts out this. We want to help streamers keep doing what they love so we can all keep loving what they do. Yeah, okay. Introducing the Partner Plus program. Check out more information here. It's short, so I'll just read the whole thing. Literally, look. As of today. Today we're announcing the Partner Plus program, a new program for streamers to build towards as they continue to grow their businesses. The new partner program benefit will offer 70% share on net subscription revenue to streamers who meet the qualification criteria. We did it, everyone. 70-30. We did it. Streamers in the Partner Plus program will receive a 70-30 revenue share on net subscription revenue. Revenue from recurring monthly subscriptions and gift subs. For 12 months up to $100,000. To qualify, partners must maintain a sub count of at least 350 recurring paid subscriptions for 3 consecutive months. Once that happens, partners will be automatically enrolled for the next 12 months, even if you dip below the subscription threshold during the 12-month period. The Partner Plus program will launch on October 1st, 2023. Streamers that meet the qualification criteria in July, August, and September will be enrolled in the program and notified in October. Our focus has always been on inspiring, growing, and sustaining Twitch streamers from all around the world. We hope this new program demonstrates that commitment. For more information, So we did it! 70-30! That's all we ever wanted! We did it! Okay, here we go. The Partner Plus program is only for partners. Affiliates, yeah, they can fuck off. They don't qualify. It's only for partners. You need 350 paid subscriptions. Well, let's start with that one. You need 350 paid subscribers. Of course, your first reaction is, well, that's fine. I see a lot of streamers with over 350. Anthony, you have over 350. It's like, yeah. They don't count Prime and Gifted. They have to be individually paid subscribers. Now, part of that I can understand. I could literally gift myself 350 subs and I could qualify for the program. So a part of me does understand that. But when somebody gifts someone else a subscriber, they do community gifting, that individual can't subscribe on their own. Let me give you an example. This is just with, we'll get to Prime subs later, but with gifted subs. Let's say I have 250 paid subscribers. And there's again, this is just a hypothetical situation. There's 100 people that are going to do a tier 1 sub, or tier 2, or tier 3, doesn't matter. But then someone comes in and gifts 100 subs. And hypothetically, let's say all 100 of those go to the 100 individuals that were going to tier 1 sub. Those 100 people can no longer subscribe on their own anymore, and it does not count towards the 350. I have a little story. This actually happened to me once when I was trying to apply for front page time at around the time Last of Us 2 came out. They said one of the qualifications was you need at least this many paid subscribers, and I didn't meet that number. So I wrote them an angry email back saying that's not a good way to measure channel size or something. So this already kind of was implemented in the Twitch system, but it had to deal with front page time, the front page of Twitch. So they implemented that into their 70-30 revenue share on subs. And also, I know personally, Prime subs, again, if you live under a rock and don't know what Prime subs are, if you have Amazon Prime and you connect it to your Twitch account, you have Twitch Prime. With Twitch Prime, you can subscribe to one channel per month for free, and we get paid the same amount as a tier 1 sub. Literally, a Prime sub is a tier 1 sub. The only difference is it's free for the viewer. We still get paid like a tier 1 sub. So that's kind of why it doesn't count towards the 350. But the thing is, there's so many Prime subs on the site. I know at least like maybe just under a third of my subs are Prime. This makes the qualification of 350 subscribers almost non-achievable. This only benefits like the biggest streamers on the site. I saw someone who quote retweeted that blog post. They said they had 2,200 Twitch subscribers and they don't qualify for Partner Plus. Because I'm guessing a lot of them are gifted and a lot of them are Prime. Maybe not by themselves, maybe by the community. But like I said, if someone is gifted a sub, that person who received it cannot subscribe on their own. Therefore, they cannot count it towards the 350. So the qualification, Again, on paper, without that knowledge, you would think getting 350 subscribers is doable, relatively easy. I've never, ever in my life hit 350 paid subscribers that weren't Prime or gifted. Ever. Ever. I've gotten to high amounts before, but never at the threshold that they're talking about. And I think this is a way for them to, like, make people keep trying to hit that number and not use Prime. Because every time someone subs with a Prime sub, Twitch loses money. Because they pay us the amount of a tier 1 sub, but Twitch didn't get any money from that. It's all to boost Amazon Prime sales. Because this is the situation, this is the example I told my mom. We talked about this before I made this video. What does an Amazon Prime account cost? $12 a month? Maybe $120 for the year? And you get a lot of stuff with Amazon Prime. I'm not saying Amazon Prime is bad, but if you were on the fence about it, let's say you're on Twitch a lot and you always subscribe to a channel every single month. Probably subscribe to more than one channel, but let's just say you subscribe to one channel every single month. Well, that makes the decision to have Amazon Prime easier, because then you could get Prime, have Twitch Prime, just by connecting your account, and then you can subscribe to that, your favorite Twitch channel, for free, and you save the $5. So it's almost like, again, let's say Amazon Prime is $12 a month. It's like you're paying $7 a month because you were going to subscribe to that Twitch channel anyway. So having Prime, I imagine, having Twitch Prime, I imagine, boosts Amazon Prime sales. Because if you were on the fence about just having another streaming service with Prime Video, or you like the 2-day free shipping or something, if you were on the fence about it, it makes the decision to get that a lot easier when you're already subscribing to channels on Twitch. So I imagine once they implemented Prime, Twitch Prime, it made the decision to get Amazon Prime a lot easier. But Prime subs don't count towards the 350, and it's just so weird. But here's the kicker for me. Prime and gifted do count towards the $100,000 threshold. That was something that was kind of snuck into that announcement. Once you've reached $100,000 of subscriber, I don't know if it was Twitch revenue or subscriber revenue. I think it's subscriber revenue. The sub cut goes back down to 50-50. Now, getting up to the 350 subscribers required, they don't count Prime and gifted. But they do count the money that you make from Prime and gifted towards the 100,000. That will bump you back down to 50-50. It's like they're not even trying to hide it. This is another Twitch L disguised as a W. It's like, oh, some people who didn't meet qualifications before can have the 70-30. That's great. In a way, it screws over the biggest creators on the site because they get knocked down to 50-50. And it screws over creators like myself and everyone that's smaller because we'll never be able to hit those requirements. This is literally only going to benefit like 1,000 people out of the millions on the site. And even then, some of the big guys get screwed over because after a certain money generated, they get bumped down to 50-50 like everyone else. Now, it's okay if that's getting put back into the site. No, it's getting put back into the CEO's pockets. So this one's so weird. I was so ready to just be like once I read it and it seemed like a good thing, I was going to be like, all right, like I said, you got to believe me. I was going to be going back to Twitch anyway because I was feeling guilty about taking a lot of time off, realizing that's the best place for me. Again, I got used to YouTube and Kick. If that were my only options, I could do that. And I'm glad that I got relatively comfortable with it in case something happens. Again, I treat that as an ultimate I'm still going to do it, but I treat that as an ultimate backup plan, which, it's a good thing I got used to because it might not be easy for others to just overnight make a switch in case something happens. So I'm still glad I did all that. But oh, where was I going with that? Yeah, I need to go back on Twitch. I was so close to just being like, I'm going back on Twitch, but I don't want people to give subs or use their Prime. It's like, we can hit that 350. We can do it. And then I get locked into 70-30 for a year. And once that happens, gifted subs and paid subs are 70-30, but Prime subs are still 50-50, which I guess I can understand. Again, Twitch loses money with each time you do that. But now I don't know if I want to do that, because before I switched to YouTube and Kick for a little while, you know, looking at January, February, March, and April's numbers, I'm at around 300 or so. Like, I'm close, not just total subs, but like the paid ones that I need. It's like, I'm close, and it would be really good for me financially. And all people would have to do is, you know, not gift any and not use their Prime and just use their tier 1, 2, or 3. And it's like, if we did that for 3 months, I could probably hit the 350. And it would be one of the best things for me financially if we could get that to happen. But a part of me also wants to stand in solidarity. Solidarity, yeah, that's the word. With my fellow streamers. Because, fuck, we all need 70-30. That's what everybody deserves. Like, the thresholds for whether you get it or not is such a gimmick. It's almost like a game. You know, you make too much, you're getting knocked back down. You make too little, you don't qualify for it at all. It's like, just fucking give it to everybody. How could you not do that by now? So it's like, I read that, and at first, all of this, and I was like, oh, this is a good thing. It's like more people are going to be able to qualify. You have no idea how hard it is to get 350 paid subscribers that aren't Prime or gifted. You have no idea. That's really tough. So yeah, financially, I would love to make that happen. Morally, I don't really know if I can go through with it, asking you all to do that. Because again, even right now, I'm getting around 4 or 5. Before the mini switch I did, I'm still getting around like 500 Twitch subs, and around 300 of them are paid, non-gifted, non-primed. So it's like, if I got just a little bit of a boost, that could hold me for a year, and it would be super beneficial. But all of my streaming friends that are affiliate and smaller partners wouldn't even be able to sniff it. And they deserve it just as much as I do. I don't qualify for it, by the way. Like I said, we'd have to work at it to get it. But this is just another one of those things. I'm going to sound like Bernie Sanders for a second, but this literally only benefits like the top 0.5% of streamers. The ones that necessarily don't really need the help. I mean, we could debate back and forth like who's more deserving of it than others. You know, the head honchos or the smaller people. I'm just not liking this new stance Twitch is taking on. It's like, they literally don't get, not creators, but smaller creators specifically. If you're a smaller creator and you're not generating any money for Twitch, they don't want you. They don't give a flying fuck about you. They should literally be trying to get as many people over to the site. They should do, this is what they should do. They should offer 70-30 to literally everybody. That would kill off the competition. Let's be honest. YouTube and Kick are making like strides and strides because of Twitch constantly putting in policies that make no fucking sense at all. If they gave 70-30 to everybody, no weird gimmicks, no restrictions, no nothing, keep Prime in place as well, it would kill off their competition and everybody would move over. And they'd be in everybody's good graces again. That is just, and I don't know if the announcement today is a result of people threatening to leave, or maybe even doing what I did and just taking a little mini break. I don't know. Like maybe if we push a little harder, we'll all get what we're looking for. If 70/30 was offered to everyone, there would be no streamer streamer website war anymore. Twitch would win. All right? It's literally all we're asking for, but then they're like again, literally only about 1,000 people, maybe less, actually stand a chance of getting this. And it's the people who already make a lot of money on the site. So it's uh, I kind of want your guys' feedback on this. Is this something I should go for? Again, financially, this would be huge for me. It would allow me to breathe a little bit. The jump from 50 to 70 is almost, not exactly, but almost about $1 per sub. So when you get into the 5, 6, 700s, that's literally $5, 6, $700 more per month in your paycheck. So it is huge. Again, financially, it's the right move to at least try for it and encourage people to support in a certain way. But the other side of it is morally, it's not right that I get the opportunity, but everyone else doesn't. So it's like, as far as I'm concerned, there's no winning here. I'd love to hear what you guys think, what the right move is. Because mentally, inside, I am very lost. what the play should be. Because again, this is my life. This is what I rely on my living for. Talk about eggs into one basket and stuff. I can make money on other sites, but I make the most from Twitch. And I got to do what's best for me at the end of the day. So a part of me wants to do this, but I know I'm going to feel guilty and dirty the whole time I'm doing it. I don't know. I really don't know. Basically, I would be asking people to come back to Twitch and keep the sub streaks going. Don't gift any, and don't use your Prime. And for 3 months, just do a tier 1. That's what I would be asking. I almost need permission. Do you guys think that's okay? Or should I? Because I don't know. I even got advice from my mom. It's like, you got to do what's best for you. So I got that side of me, but I got the other side saying, like, other streamers, affiliates, and smaller partners deserve this just as much as you do. Streaming, I said this to my mom as she was leaving, because she lives in the building, so we can just see each other whenever we want. It's like, streaming shouldn't be this complicated. These websites should be, as they're like battling with each other for, the most viewers and like the most like visits per website and stuff, they should be focusing on making it the best place for a creator. Kick has been doing a very good job with that. YouTube recently lowered their requirements to be able to unlock memberships and super chats. It used to be monetizate like ads, memberships, and super chats was 4,000 hours watched and 1,000 subs. To get ads, that's still the requirement, but they knocked down the memberships and super chats requirement to 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours watched. So they made it easier to basically unlock the equivalent of Twitch subs and super chats, which is almost like bits. So, yeah, YouTube made a move that's better for the creators. And again, this announcement today from Twitch, it seemed good at the start, and I guess technically it is good because some people are going to be able to get the 70/30 which wouldn't have been possible before. That's mainly the good thing about today. But there's still going to be so many people who will never be able to reach it. I'm probably not going to be able to reach it. And then the knockback down to 50-50 once you've accumulated $100,000 of revenue. Someone did the math, and I think you need like 2,300 subscribers a month to non-prime to hit the $100,000 mark. The one good thing about that is I would never hit that number. So even if I did get it, it would be whatever. I'm kind of rambling at this point. So it's basically a very tiny bit of what Twitch did today is a good thing, but a majority of it is still a little scummy. And they still have a long way to go to get back into the good graces of people. Like a majority of people on social media are calling them out for like, you're just disguising this as a good thing when it really just isn't. And the main negative of it is just how many people will never be able to get the 350 number. Again, I can bring up the example. Someone saying they had 2,200 subscribers and they don't meet the criteria because a majority of them are gifted and prime. It's such a weird time in the streaming space. It really is. Everyone's just going to be like, hey, remember June of 2023 when Twitch did this, backpedaled, then kept the TOS in, and then made the Partner Plus, then gave everyone new contracts, and then did this? Oh, man. We're only halfway through the month. What's going to be next? I'd love it to be 70-30 for everyone. That's literally what we want. Everyone will shut up, and everyone will move to Twitch if they give 70-30 to everyone. Even in the Prime subs. So, all right, rant's over. I would love to, again, I would love to hear from you guys, almost if I have your permission to try for this Partner Plus program. Because again, I have a chance. It's just, morally, it doesn't feel right. I want to hear from you guys. If it's something you'd be willing to help me with, and you give me the go-ahead, then we can maybe get to work on it. I don't know. Let's see. If anything, this video was just to keep you informed about what's going on. So yeah, I'll be back on Twitch a majority of time in the week, and it will usually be towards the beginning of the week, just like we were doing before. But yeah, I also need a little change of scenery. I'm doing part 2 right now, and it's just not going well. Maybe a change of scenery, feeling a little bit more comfortable will help. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys. Bye.